Welcome back guys, Amar here from Magic Coding and we're continuing with our Color Helix project. Now in this video we're going to implement touches, even though we're kinda early, but this game cannot go further beyond and beyond, further and beyond, until we create our input touches. Now let's go ahead and do that. If this is your first project, if you're watching just this for the first time, your first time using Unity and you just want to build this game, right now I'm gonna implement Canvas and I will suggest you to watch another video of this course so you can know and be a little bit more familiar what is Canvas, even though I'm gonna explain it right now. So go ahead and create UI button, which is immediately gonna create Canvas, button, and event system. Now what is button, what's event system, what's canvas? Well, button, it's self-explanatory. It's button where you can click on it and it will do something. As for the canvas, it is a game object which is a must parent to be for every UI game object. So every UI game object has to go inside of the canvas. You can see no matter what do I create, no matter what do I create, everything needs to go inside of the canvas. Now, as for the event system, it helps out Canvas to register where the button is, when we click on it, do we want to click on it, and so on and so forth. Now, as for the canvas, we have three types of render mode. Right now, I'm going to use screen space camera and I'm going to choose our main camera to render it. As for the button, I'm going to delete the text and I'm going to choose anchors to be stretch and just hold alternative key on your keyboard or Alt and put it to be for whole screen. Now once you do that, you're going to go to color and put A, so RGBA to 0, which is, I can't remember name for it, it's on T, but to be transparent. So we have to make our button to be transparent, but through whole screen. Now I'm gonna rename our button to touch and I'm gonna create a new folder which is gonna be a C# folder, not C# script, that's gonna come later. So here's scripts and inside we're gonna create a C# script which we're gonna call touch, just like this, touch. Now we're gonna add our touch script onto our game object touch, so add component, touch script, just like this. And before we continue, I'm gonna create a subfolder where I'm gonna say UI scripts. Even though we are not gonna touch this UI scripts for a bit, some time, I'm just still gonna create it because we will need it later on so we can keep our project organized. Now, I forgot to say that you will have to open up our touch script in Visual Studio, MonoDevelop, whatever you're using. And first thing we're going to do, we're going to say using Unity Engine dot, and we're going to use event system because as I said, it helps us recognize do we want a touch button or not. As for the void update and start, we're actually going to delete those and we're going to add here a comma. And it will be I pointer, so I pointer down handler, and it will be our I pointer up handler. Now, I'm going to first type it out, then I'm going to say what is what. So we're going to create our public void on pointer down, like this. And then we're going to say point event data, called data, and that will be for our I pointed down handler. Now I'm going to copy this and paste it down below saying point up, not down, but up. Just like this. Sorry, I'm a bit sick, so you may hear me sniffing. Hope you don't mind it. Now, what is I point handler? Well, basically, it will detect do we want to touch or are we touching our button or not. And to check that, we're going to have our private static boolean, which is going to be our pressing, like this. And we're going to have our public static boolean is pressing, like this. So if we are pressing, which is going to return turn are pressing. Now on pointer down meaning that we have clicked on the button. So we click on it and we are holding it. So while are we doing that, we're gonna see that our pressing equals to true. As soon as we let go of our mouse button or of touch screen, we're gonna see that pressing equals to false. And basically that's it for the script. Our next move will be to test things out, if this is working or not. We're gonna check if we are pressing, then we're gonna say print we are pressing like this. Else, I'm just gonna copy this and I'm gonna say, come on, and I'm gonna say we are not pressing or we let go. Okay, we're gonna say we're not pressing. But to call the function, I will have to create another script. So go to Unity. What's this on? Let me remove it, come on. We're gonna create our 3D game object. Or actually, we're gonna do that later. For now, I'm gonna create an empty game object, reset its position, and call this helix, like this. Helix. And now for our helix, I'm gonna create a C# script. But of course, we're gonna have our folder, which is gonna be helix script. We're gonna have 2 scripts in that. But for now, I'm just gonna add our helix script inside of it and add our helix script onto our helix game object. Now, in this video, I'm gonna do nothing like fashion. I'm just gonna test if it's working. Here we're gonna call out our touch.isPressing. So we call it an update function. Now, if I were to start our project, and when I click on as you can see, we're pressing, and as soon as I let go, we are not pressing. I hit the collapse. Now if I remove it, you can see we are not pressing. As soon as I click, we are pressing, and as soon as I let go, we are not pressing. So you can see I most of the time use collapse because it's better for me to have the 2 lines and just check the numbers if they're moving or not. But both ways could work. But the thing is, it is working. That's what matters. That is what are we searching for. So you can see this is working when we click or when we let go of the button. Now we are ready to finish this video because we have implemented touches. Hope you like it, and I will see you guys in the next video.